the fence expert. Who's that guy in that orange shirt? Who must be the fence expert? Time to talk about the fences. It's time to discuss operations and expenses. It's time, it's really time to elevate small businesses. It's time for Joe to drop his knowledge. It's relentless. This rhyme of mine is getting a bit ridiculous. So here we go. We're live with Joe. Enjoy the show.
What is up, everybody? Joe Evers, the fence expert, coming to you live once again from Salt Lake City, FenceTech 2025. Guys, this show, I've said it every interview, and I'll say it again. AFA, my hat is off to you for putting on a great show, bringing in a great crowd. It's been pretty great all the way around.
Yeah.
Now, it seems like everybody I know is familiar with these ladies, the Greenwood Fence ladies, but for the one or two people out there that haven't made the introduction, a brief introduction.
Hi, guys. My name is Lisa, and I've been with Greenwood Fence for about 4.5 years now.
Okay.
And I have been with the company about 3.5 years.
Very good.
Yeah, Michelle. Sorry.
So tell me a little bit about Greenwood Fence, like the history of.
So the history of Greenwood Fence, Greenwood Fence has been around for about 9 years.
Okay.
It was an owner who didn't have really much time. It was a busy store.
Yeah.
That would sell to retail clients, basically.
Okay.
But he really had other businesses going on and didn't really have enough time to nurture and baby the business.
Sure.
So the story is that, our bosses, the three owners, one of them was friends with this gentleman, and he wanted to sell. And he says, it's a great opportunity. It's a really busy showroom. Would you like to, take it over? So because they saw the opportunity and how busy it was, they said, okay, we'll take a shot at it. And that was about 6 years ago.
Okay.
And then when I came on board, this was right after COVID.
Oh, well.
I could not believe how busy it was.
Yeah.
I just came in 1 day a week for our time, and then it ended up working 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and then really honestly 6 days a week. We were really that busy, and it was great. We were 95% retail at that time, very few contractors.
Sure.
And we just fenced up the whole neighborhood in Chicago. It was a little store on a busy street. Yeah. Now it's not so good area, but at that time it was okay.
Yeah.
And we just really took off from there.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we were so busy that my girlfriend Michelle, I asked her to do a show with us, a little home and garden show.
Yeah.
And she took it on, and
Yeah, like it was nothing. And then here I am. I started a couple days a week, the same thing as Lisa, and then ended up 5-6 days a week. And here we are just cranking it and loving every minute of it. So we're so excited.
Very good. So you said you started off retail.
Yeah.
What do you guys, is it still retail, or what does it look like now?
No, I mean, because we had a product that everybody loved, but a lot of people didn't know where to get it.
Okay.
And because it was so new, myself and a couple of the owners, we sat down and we just really said, we really have to get, I actually said it. I said, we have to get our materials in every contractor's hands as soon as possible.
Sure.
Because we have something that's hot on the market and not many people know where to get it. So I blasted out as many contractors, fence companies, sent samples, called, did all that kind of legwork until till now today, we are 99% contractor, wholesaler, very little retail.
Sure.
The retail that we do is basically low.
Yeah. I mean, because we do distribute nationwide, and because of our social media presence as well, that we're very present in social media, more people are seeing what we offer, and then they're finding a contractor and letting them know that that's what they want. So it works both ways so that we get new contractors available to us as well.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the product for a minute. So it's a unique product. People weren't sure where they could find it. Let's talk about the product itself.
Yeah. So we carry a composite with aluminum framing system. Our composite, if people don't know what composite is, I mean, a lot of people become more popular, but it's recycled plastic and wood. So you don't ever have to stain it, paint it. It's not going to split like regular wood. You don't have to worry about termites. And our framing system is aluminum. So the higher the grade of the aluminum is going to make it more durable.
Okay.
So having that available, which is a low maintenance product, it's an investment, really, what we like to say as far as our product. So they're making an investment in their home and they don't ever have to replace it. So it's the last fence that you're ever going to have to install because of that. So we have a lot of our product. We pride ourselves on the material based upon customizable. So whatever you envision for your backyard, you can make that happen. You can have full privacy. You can have openings between your boards. We have beautiful lattice design and trellis. And our gates are just as beautiful as our fence sections as well. So our gates are like a door with the handle and a key lock mechanism, so not like the typical slide latch.
Yeah.
So people are really loving that aspect of our product because it's not like anything that you see out there that's like a typical fence.
Well, and I noticed that looking at your booth.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a wide variety of styles, colors.
Yeah.
It's just, no matter what your backyard needs, there's a solution for it over there, it seems.
Absolutely. And another great aspect too about our product is that we are hitting now on the commercial entity as well. We find that it's been a lot more popular on the commercial side. So we are able to accommodate those higher heights because our standard section is 6x6, but now we can go 8 feet for those commercial deals because our posts are 10 feet. And we also have the 12 feet posts as well. So you can go higher than the typical 6x6 standard section.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. For those commercial projects that need just a little bit
A
additional.
little bit extra.
And not only that, we have our 4x4 as a line post.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for the commercial deals.
Okay.
Absolutely.
For a little beefy fix.
Yes. So really quickly too about our posts, since you brought that up, our posts are triple slotted. So they serve as a line post, an end post, and corner post all in one. So you don't have to worry about figuring out what kind of post that you need. We service, we take care of it all for you.
Well, and that's got to make it easier to order too.
Yes, right.
You don't have to break down corners, ends, line.
And we'll do all that for you too. Yeah, all we need is a drawing. We'll prefer it.
Right.
Sometimes, you'll get, they'll write down what they need, but we still like to back it up with the drawing, and then we'll do our configuration and work
Do the
for
take
you.
off over that.
And if something's kind of off, we'll
Yeah.
pick up the phone and say, okay, I come up with this many sections and this many line posts. Where are we off here?
What's the difference?
And and then we make it work. And then,
Yeah. Well, I think because we ship nationwide, so we want to make sure you have the right material that you need for your job.
Yeah.
We don't have, it's not like you're local. You can come by and swing and pick something out.
Fatal if you fail.
Exactly. So that's what we pride ourselves on, that extra step of the service that we provide for our contractors. So,
So nationwide, coast to coast,
yeah.
shipping, and make it easy to buy. So
Sure.
like you do the takeoffs, you do everything.
Yeah.
Send a picture in, and we can get some pricing.
Absolutely. And Lisa and I we agree that we want our contractors to get that quote so they could get that job quickly. So we get our quotes back by the end of the day for you.
Oh,
So you don't have to wait
24 hours.
Yeah, within 24 hours. Yes.
that's
yeah, there's no waiting.
well, because as a contractor, our customers are used to like the Amazon effect that everything should be now. So I want to call you or I want you to come out and then measure, and then I'd really like a price while you're here, or if not, I'd want a price quickly after. That's the reality that we're living in now. And it's not always been the case that you could get quick pricing from manufacturers.
You don't know how many times we get an email after sending a quote. Wow, that's super fast. Thank you so much. Thank you for the quote. So we know that that's what our contractors want.
Sure.
They don't always get it, but with us, you're going to get that kind of service.
Yes, absolutely.
So it sounds like you're building relationships,
100%.
Yes.
not necessarily just transactions, just
No.
orders. It sounds like there's a relationship aspect here.
That's another thing that we take pride in. We're not looking for the one and done. We are looking for the contractor, the fence company to buy our products, get to know us.
And know our products.
Know our
we
product.
want them to know our products so that they could sell it.
Yeah, and just kind of, it's like a family kind of unit.
Sure.
We want them to succeed just as much as we want to succeed. Yeah. So together, I feel like building that relationship, that can happen.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
And as far as our contractors, we are there and available for them to answer any questions. They will call us, ask us how to install. We can help them.
And if we don't have the answer,
We
we
can find it.
walking back and get somebody on.
Right where it's at.
Right where it's at. Absolutely. Absolutely. So they can feel we're not just salespeople when it comes down to the product.
Yep.
We know our products. And that's really one thing that we love about our job, because it's like we feel so accomplished by being able to help them
Yep.
and answer those questions too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the quotes get turned on pretty quickly. And I know it probably varies, but what's an average turnaround? The order gets placed. Is there an average lead time?
No.
I would say anywhere from the time you place your order, you could expect that delivery to happen within 10 to 12 days.
To receive it, because it goes out of our warehouse between 3 to 4 days, and then travel time, lead time is about 7 days, just because
You just don't know.
well, because we have oversized for our pallets. They're 120, our posts are 10 feet, so they add additional days onto that travel time.
But it comes out of the warehouse in a matter of days.
Yeah.
That's unique.
We pride ourselves in keeping our materials stocked for you, because we don't want to hold you up, because your client wants it, and otherwise they're going to look someplace else.
And the one thing that we also, we take the orders, but I do give credit to the guys in the back who palletize our materials. I could tell you that it's like no other. There's companies that don't want to open the pallet because it looks so beautiful, but it is packed.
Meticulous, very meticulous.
Well, I'll tell you this, from the social media scene, which granted, your guys' social media is great.
Yeah.
Great warehouse.
Yeah.
Like contractors look at videos a little bit differently. There's like a product video and I'm looking at the warehouse like, this is really good.
And that's where we do our videos, in our warehouse. So we love it, putting them
And I
together.
will tell you that is our, well, we've moved twice
Okay.
because to keep up with the
growing.
yes. And that warehouse is too small now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that always the way it goes?
And I'm a big manifester. I don't know if you know that about me, but I manifest. I manifest like crazy, the grow, all that. Like we're moving, guys, but I will not manifest the next move because I know what's going to happen sooner than than we want it to happen.
Yep.
But we're definitely going to have another
Conversation.
Yeah, she moved
It's a good problem.
It is a good problem.
Yeah.
It is. So don't get too comfortable. So we saw it.
Well, I'll tell you, so orders going out a matter of days. They get received, depends on where in the country they are, but 10, 12 days-ish on average. Makes all the difference in the world, especially this time of year, to a contractor that maybe is only 2 or 3 weeks out, booked work. When you get a manufacturer or a supplier that says, well, we're 4 to 6 weeks out on orders.
No, not going to happen.
I really need to install this fence now. My customer wants it now, but really I need to fill up my production calendar now.
Right. You have to pay your crew. You have a lot that's at stake. So, and we know that, and that's one thing that we've already planned for, and that's why we like to take pride in having that material available.
Yeah, it must make a huge difference.
Yes.
It does. It does. Definitely.
So tell me about an ideal contractor. So, I mean, you probably know all of your contractors, but what's an ideal contractor look like for you guys?
Well, I deal with the main contractors from small to large. Lisa's more wholesale on the bigger companies. So I think my contractors are more, they love the products. They're very educated. I help educate them.
Okay.
And a lot of them carry various material. So it's hard to get their clients, obviously, to be able to find the best match for their client.
Sure.
But that comes into my job to make sure that they're educated on how to sell it. So we're there, we do that, we get all the materials in their hand, we will send them many sections, samples so that they could show their client and make sure that they've got the right information. But really, I have small to large, as far as linear footage goes, the average job between 150 to 300 linear feet. And no job, we don't base it based upon, no job is too small. So it's not by size. So whatever it is, we send it out for you.
Well, and that's incredible too. So we're talking about job lot quantity sales here.
Yeah.
That, if a contractor, he doesn't necessarily have to be a stocking dealer,
Right.
other products.
Exactly.
But now you guys are open to having stocking dealers too.
We have them.
We are. Yeah, we do. Yeah. So I handle those accounts.
Yeah.
And those, if you go look on our website, you could see the list of suppliers that we have in your area.
Okay.
And those are accounts that basically I have built relationships with. Because we could fill that page up in a day.
Sure.
Right.
I bet.
But it's not like that. These are accounts that are, like I said, we built a relationship with. They are, well known. They've been in the business for a very long time, and they have the potential to basically distribute and carry our product if they choose to. Some of them do.
They have the facility to do so where they can hold it, because not everybody has the facility to hold the material. Right?
Yeah.
So, but
Either way, we're trying to. That's my goal, is to try to find a fence company that can hold materials.
Sure.
So then the shipping too, because somebody in California from Chicago, it becomes pricey.
Well, that, and it's also a little bit probably more convenient too.
Right.
If there's a stocking dealer in your area, then you can just go pick up from and
Right, or they're short of a line post. Well, we got to ship it to you then. So, but if you had a dealer that's in their area, you'd slide by and pick it up.
Well, and what we've seen lately is it's not necessarily that we're short a panel or short a post. It's that when we get there, the customer says, "Oh, what if we just went a little bit further? I know we talked about this, but could we just do?" Well, if there's a stocking dealer in your area, the answer is yeah, sure, we'd be happy to. Right? I mean, the answer is always yes. but the speed of which you can say yes matters too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's actually my goal, to try to get a supplier in every state.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And every year we've built on
We
that.
keep building it. Actually, you're doing an amazing job, and we're seeing that grow. And there's a lot more interest, which is great.
And that's really the relationship building part, because those suppliers just didn't come on overnight.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've offered it to them, but they need to trust. They need to know the product. They need to know that, what's it in the end by our words. And that's how that can happen.
Well, and it's probably contractor request too, right? So, if you're a contractor and you have a supplier in your area, it'd probably be worthwhile asking it, how to stock the dealer. If not, ask them to look into it.
Right. Percent. Yeah. I mean, just coming off these shows, we already know that, they're going to look on our website. They'll see if there is a supplier. So our suppliers know, get ready, because the phones will start ringing.
Fair tell
Yes. Yes.
Let's pause real quick because we're talking about people at the show. Ladies, from your perspective, how has the show been so far?
Amazing.
The show has been really, really great. We have a great booth.
Great location.
Our location is key. But for me, I've been saying for the last couple of days, it's just been a steady flow of great connections.
Yeah.
And really great leads.
I mean, this is our third year too. So participating in FenceTech. So we've seen it evolve in the last 3 years and how it's changed. So
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about that for just a second. So third year,
Yeah.
which it seems like I've seen you guys here forever, but it's only been 3 years. So first, let's talk about what got you into FenceTech. What did that decision look like obviously you've been selling fence materials for longer than that.
Yeah.
What was that just impetus of, let's get involved with FenceTech?
Well, that was something that we spoke about probably for a year.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we've never done a show before, besides the home and garden that we did prior to the first FenceTech. But we always wanted to participate. We just didn't know if we were ready to sit with the big dogs yet. We were still a small fish, in the sea. So we decided to move forward. What was the first one?
Oklahoma.
Was it first FenceTech? And we were so nervous. I looked back at that. We had a small booth. Yeah, that did this, but we just really didn't know. We didn't know what to expect. You see our
One.
Yeah. Our booth there was really no room to walk. We had like samples and displays and this tiny little 10 by 10.
Well, because there's so much shit.
No, right.
We just wanted to show everything, I guess, right? But we have definitely grew, and we learned over the years, and now we're like, we got this.
Now, had you been to a FenceTech before?
No.
So you really didn't have
Anything.
No, but we knew you. We saw you. Yeah, we saw all you guys on the Facebook. And
Yeah. So what was that first? You hadn't been to FenceTech. You signed up for FenceTech. What was that first year like just coming into?
Oh, it was overwhelming. Don't you think it was?
I bet.
It really was.
Because you don't picture a room like this.
No.
In size and in just scope of it. You don't. I didn't. My first FenceTech, I remember walking in, I was just wide-eyed like, this is you.
Well, that's what I was doing. By one of the other owners, Sal, I was videoing, and I was like, look at this place. Look at our booth. We would send videos, but yeah, FenceTech is where it's at.
And it's definitely evolved. Obviously, we've learned, what to anticipate and how to plan accordingly now. And, where we are now from then, we look in amazement every time we walk to our booth. This whole week, we're like, wow, we're so proud of how far we've come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in a short time, this is your third year. Have you seen FenceTech itself evolve?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, I definitely think so. Michelle and I, we just actually took one of the classes, the sales training.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Me too, Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma about 6 months ago.
In November. Yeah, November.
In November. Yeah.
Yeah. We joined that, and we learned a lot. We really enjoyed that, and just getting more involved in the AFA.
Yeah.
I'm really loving that.
Yeah, building those relationships, I think, are so important. And having the opportunity when we come to FenceTech, that's when you're able to take advantage of those opportunities. So
just being around people that, have been in the business for so much longer and know, so much more than we ever could right now. And just asking questions and getting to know their feedback. And a lot of these shows we love because we talk to the contractors. We're selling our product, but we're also hearing what they have to say.
Right.
If there's a certain component that they really need but can't find it, or if an install is somewhat challenging and they wish they had this kind of component to go along with it, we listen we bring it back to sale,
And we make it happen.
and we make it happen. So our swivel post is one of those,
Okay.
and our gate gap closure on our gate makes it 100% private. That was, from what we've heard.
So you also FenceTech is a place to show and a place to meet new contractors, but it's also a place to learn about demand and changes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And listening to them. Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. So yesterday there was 5,000 people here. That doesn't hurt.
No.
For both of those.
Right.
Both.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's really crowded. The leads that I got were, and here's the thing about FenceTech. You're going to give the opportunity to get in front of people that you never would be able to over the phone.
Right.
So let's talk about that for a second. Over the phone or maybe online.
Yes.
Right. Great website, great social media, but there's still something different about being here.
The personal touch is huge.
That's what I was going to ask. What's the difference of being here versus having, like I said, you guys have great social presence.
Yeah.
But there's something different about being here.
Putting a face to a name.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with these contractors, these business owners weekly. And so to finally put a face to the name is everything. It really, I feel, makes the relationship even stronger. And just that connection, I feel that here at FenceTech, going back to what I was saying before, you're going to see more of the business owner where you wouldn't be able to pick up the phone and say, I'd like to speak to so-and-so who's the president, right? But they're going to pass by your booth.
You're walking around right now.
That's where you could make those really big
Absolutely.
And there's also the component, it seems like, of the touchy-feely, right? Of actually putting your hands on the post, putting your hands on the product.
Touch it, feel it, see it. That's what we say all the time.
Being able to ask questions while there.
Sure.
And then that leads to conversations that you might not have had over the phone or online.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the companies I work with, they sent their sales team. Well, their sales team will be here doing classes or whatnot. But then they'll say, okay, Lise, at 2:00 on so-and-so day, I'm going to send them over, do a little 101 with them. And then we go over all the products. So instead of me flying out there, they're here.
Which we do. So we will fly out to locations and meet with their sales team. So these companies too. So
Just to help them find success.
it does. Yeah.
Because you don't sell what you don't know. You can't sell what you don't know. So if you know the product, you know it really well, you're going to want to share it with everybody.
Absolutely.
So we try to really instill that with the sales team. And we have no problem flying out and doing that.
So you had mentioned you're getting more involved with AFA.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Oh, it's fun. It is. So I had my first meeting at our new showroom for the Chicago AFA chapter meeting.
Excellent.
That went really well. And we're just trying to build that up in the Midwest.
Sure.
So we have our weekly meetings, and we just try to be more involved and bringing more
Members. Because that's going to help us grow.
Well, and because you see the value.
See the value.
You as customer or as members, but also as a company, see the value in AFA and bringing people into that.
And I think if we see it, we want them to see it. So I want them to see our passion and why we enjoy what we do, because I think that's huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to enjoy
People
it.
that are going to these, people in the business, obviously you love what you do.
Right.
But to get around people in that same industry and actually powwow and ask questions and see what's working, what's not, or if you have a problem with something, I always hear guys talking, I can't, can you help me with this? Or what would you suggest kind of thing?
Yeah.
You're able to do that in these meetings.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're around like-minded people that are professionals that have quite a lot of experience.
They want to grow, you want to grow, and you want to grow together. I mean, you have that opportunity.
I think, it's always been there, I'm sure, but I think lately more than ever, there's been a really a resurgence of everyone trying to help everyone else succeed.
Right.
Right. The rising tide, raising the ship. This is, I would love to help you see you succeed because someone helped me succeed. And I feel like I'm paying that forward or just helping the industry and engine.
I vibe that from the first time we came to FenceTech.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we're all in the same industry, and I feel like everybody is just there to help, there to see you succeed. Yeah. I never get bad vibes. We never send bad vibes. Yeah. And it is a family, and I love that. Yeah.
The Fence family is real. There really is. Yeah, Dan Wheeler, which you guys can't see, he's right over there. I think he coined the phrase Fence family.
He did, absolutely. We're part of the family now. We get so excited.
Perfect. It's so perfect.
But it's real.
Ladies, if you could talk to a company or maybe a contractor that hasn't really reached out to AFA or maybe is hesitant to get involved, let's start with a company. that's kind of where your guys' aspect is. What would you say to that company, maybe about getting involved and checking out a FenceTech?
I would say, why aren't you?
Yeah.
Why haven't you? Because there's so much benefit to it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's so much available. Any question that you have, any part from small to big, you're going to find that here. And if you didn't think you needed it, you're going to find out that you needed something here for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know what you don't.
You don't know what you don't know, right? Exactly. That's exactly. Yeah.
So Greenwood Fence, Chicagoland area, for shipping nationwide, both job lot quantity to the contractor, also supplying dealer quantities for the supplying dealers.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
How does somebody learn more? How do they reach out?
You can go to our website, which is greenwoodfence.com. You can reach out to Lisa or myself, and we are available all the time, and we'll answer any questions that you have and help guide you through.
And any social media platform that you're on, you could think of probably find it.
Well, you'll see me on TikTok. I'm putting sections together on our warehouse. I love it. Coming up with new creative designs. We throw and mix some of our different designs together, and
They just came out with a blooper of her.
okay, TikTok, you're gonna see it. It is that's fun. So, but we enjoy it, and people love it. They see it.
And I think that comes through. That comes through. That you ladies generally enjoy it.
Too.
And from a contractor's perspective, that's fun to see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not all business. It's relationships. It's having fun. It's generally making, wanting everyone around you to succeed. We should all strive to do that.
Absolutely.
All strive to do that.
I love it. That's what it's all about.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming.
Love the opportunity.
We talked about November.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we'd love for you to come on. So I appreciate you being willing to come on.
Oh, we
It's been
appreciate
tough.
you. Thank you.
Guys, check them out. Greenwood Fence. If you've got a customer that's looking for a composite aluminum frame, these ladies are your choice for sure.
Thank you. So sweet. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thank you.
Guys, keep your notifications on. We've got more interviews to come tomorrow, and just bringing more fencing content, fencing related content to you. You do enough of these, and your brain turns to mush.
Come to FenceTech.
That's right. Yay. FenceTech next year's in Indianapolis.
I was so excited.
Put it on your calendar.
That's going to be a good one.
That's the buzz right now.
Yes.
Now listen, FenceTech 2025 has been great. Salt Lake City, we lucked out on weather. We've lucked out on everything, but everyone's talking about it.
Indy's going to be there. Great.
It's going to be phenomenal.
I really cannot wait.
Put it on your calendars now. Learn more information at the AFA.
Register, sign up.
Absolutely.
Let's see you there.
You need to be there.
Yeah.
You need to be there.
Thank you, Joe.
Of course. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Guys, for now, Joe Everett, Fence Expert. Ladies,
Girls at Greenwood.
Rose of Greenwood.
reminding you that good fences make good neighbors.